Welcome to the first edition of Get to Know Your Nation of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Yes, I'm gonna break down all 48 nations that will be participating in this year's World Cup. Not gonna go one by one today. We're gonna go one by one per day. So today's episode one, is Canada. So so tomorrow will be, of course, Mexico, the U.S. on Tuesday, Wednesday, Algeria, Thursday, Argentina, Friday, Australia, Saturday is Austria, and then next Sunday is probably going to be Bosnia or Belgium. So again, that is how it's going to work until we get to all 48 nations. Get to know all 48 nations. I will start doing a group prediction video for Group A all the way to Group I, and then the knockout stages, who's going to win it all. And I hope I get that before June 11th. So, let's begin with today's episode, Canada. So, Canada, welcome back to the World Cup. And of course, this is their third appearance in this competition. Their first was 1986, and they made it their second appearance in 2022, which was a good return for the Canadians. This is their third, of course. They are part of the co-hosts of this year's tournament with Mexico, with the United States. Canada is led by their coach Jesse Marsch, who has some good, maybe some disappointing results. He has 12 wins, 12 draws, 5 losses for the Canadians. Has a good resume to be the coach of Canada. Canada's goals, they're trying to seek their first ever appearance in the knockout stage in their history. They've never made it to the round of 16. They never made it to the round of 32 before, so we'll see if they can end up getting to that position, which probably it could be this year. Players to watch. There's so many players, but I featured one by position: midfield, forward, defenders, and goalkeeper. So we'll start with one of their best players in midfield, Alphonso Davies, who plays for Bayern. He is, of course, 25 years old, so he is a real good player. Now, the Canadian team will be healthy if Alphonso Davies is healthy, and I do think he'll be healthy, ready to go for this year's World Cup. And I do think Jesse Marsch is going to call him to the roster. Another one that should have his opportunity in this one, Jonathan David, the forward from Juventus, who is 26 years old in this. There is a possibility he could be their new striker, their number one striker for the Canadians, and I'm looking forward to see what he can do. I think he can probably get 5 goals in the group stage, maybe. Let's say like 2 goals, 1 goal, and then maybe 2 more goals in their group, which we'll get to their group. Their best defender is Alistair Johnston, who is a defender for Celtic, and he's 27 years old. So there's some from between 25 to 30 plus years old, and there are some rising stars who are around 20 or 19 plus years old. But Johnston is going to be a real good defender. I do expect him to be called up for the main roster for the squad. And then you got the goalkeeper in Maxima Safiris, the goalkeeper for Orlando. He is 31 years old. Expect him to be the starting goalkeeper for the World Cup. So overall, looking at the group, they got a good group, by the way. As the co-host for Group B, you start off in Toronto against Bosnia. Then your last 2 games in Vancouver, going up against Qatar, the last World Cup host, and Switzerland. So they got 2 games. So if I were to predict game by game, I would say for Bosnia, that might be a draw. Qatar could be a win, and Switzerland is a loss. So maybe Adding that to it, I think they get 4 points in this group. Um, I look at this as a decent group. The question is this Canadian team prepared for the big stage? They already done it twice. They've never made it to the knockout stage. I think this could be their year. But the question is, who will Jesse Marsch bring in? Does he bring in Alphonso Davies in the mix? Jonathan David? Maybe Maxime Cyphers could actually get in. Alistair Johnston. Those players that I mentioned, will they be participating? And the answer to that is I do think so. I do think they'll be part of this. In a group like this, you're going to need some world-class Canadians who will be playing in this year's World Cup. That is it for Get to Know Episode 1, Your Nation, Canada. Episode 2 will be Mexico. So we'll talk about their appearances plus their best finish and who could possibly enter to the squad. If you have not seen my other videos, go check them out on my channel. Of course, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for more sports news.